back. We're back. Ray Ray's podcast live from the 94 Hello Studios.
Studio C. Yeah.
Again, thank you to all of our listeners and all of our fans out there. Extreme Travel, thank you so much for sponsoring Ray Ray's podcast. Elite Pro Power Washing, thank you for, sponsoring Ray Ray's podcast. We couldn't do this without y'all. We appreciate that. My man KD in the building too. We're going to holler at him later. Shout out KD. He in the building. What's up, baby? Hey, what's up, baby? Superstar in the building. All right. So this is the time of the show where we like to reset people's day or their week. If you started off kind of rough, we want to reset that, okay? We want to reset that. Say these positive words to you. Here we go. Are y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. So, in case no one told you today, you're beautiful, you're loved, you're needed, you're alive for a reason, you're stronger than you think, you're gonna get through this. Hey, don't give up. We're glad you're alive here in this building. And like I said, one more time, don't give up. When you set your mind to positive words and it's trained for that, it's just always going to come to when you have a hard situation. Like, okay, I remember I am loved. I am beautiful. I can get through this. It's just by default. Your mind is just going to go to that. So keep those positive words in your mind at all time. Say them back to yourself over and over and over and over. You are what you say you are. You are what you believe. You know what I'm saying? We're going to manifest greatness into your lives, and we appreciate y'all for supporting us. If y'all have anything, y'all can reach out to us. We got y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking Ray Ray's podcast, and let's have a great show, and let's do the damn thing. All right.
So we have a celebrity in the house today.
Ooh.
This person is Instagram, like queen of Instagram. Takes model pictures. I mean, these IG models have nothing.
Oh, no.
Nothing on you, baby.
I'm going to turn into a cherry before I leave. I'll be so rad. Too much red hair for this.
We have Miss Kate from Spinster Records.
Hello.
Yes, there we go.
Roadcaster.
And how...
See all the people in the building love you? They all love you. Picture wave.
The queen wave.
Queen wave.
So how are you doing?
Thank you,
doing
Kate.
So good. I'm actually completely honored y'all asked me to come on, to be honest.
No, I thought you're such an amazing person. I was like, oh my God, you seem so amazing. Like, you seem really cool. Like, I saw all your videos. Well, not all your videos, but the first couple ones that popped up, I saw. I was like, yo, she's dope. And, we always talking about who we want to have on the show. And we've mentioned you a while back.
I love it, though. You guys have a wide range of people you bring on, which I think is super interesting.
Hey, thank you.
Get a little bit of everything,
I love your little video series you just did. Like, okay, if a first date, if he buys this album, I love those. I thought
It's a real thing, man.
I believe it.
I'm pretty judgmental. I try to keep it light because I don't want to have anyone after me.
Like, what the fuck? I just bought these records from your store.
Yeah, right.
He's talking about me. She's talking about me. I know it.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave a 1-star review on Google.
I know, right? Oh, no. What are we going to do? I got nervous the last one I posted. I said, people who buy Drake take care of sensitive sneakerheads. And I got a little nervous, like a little tremble. Yeah, I can see it on you guys. You guys might kick me out of here now.
First of all, Drake's Take Care album was a banger. Okay?
It's really good.
Wait a minute, that's your hometown.
That's my
hero.
hometown. I can't hate on him.
That's your hometown.
I kind of did it to do a slight to my
Loving
brother.
the Crew.
Oh.
Loving the Crew. I'm telling you, Loving the Crew, we hear that. Toom, 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 toom.
Yeah.
Toom, 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 toom. I remember I went to that concert. I was like, oh, I swear to God, if The Weeknd comes out, I'm going to flip my shit right now because that was right when The Weeknd was on his rise.
The two of them, I would say, are probably the two biggest artists out of Toronto now.
Yeah. Because I remember back in the day going to go see The Weeknd back in Austin for $20 for a concert. Yeah.
Wow.
I just told my age a little bit probably, but yeah.
But Toronto's been coming out with a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah, there's always been a pulse there. I mean, it's biggest city in Canada.
Shout out Tory Lanez.
Yes, and I love it, and I'm really proud I'm from there. But it's a huge arts community, music community, super diverse. Yeah, I mean, I still, in my head, though, I grew up with Degrassi, so Drake's the guy who ended up in a wheelchair. Who's, like,
Jimmy.
really nice. Yeah, so for life, I can't, like, unsee Degrassi. So, yeah. But he's incredible. I mean, anytime I put a record up or review it, I usually like it, unless, and it's very clear if I don't like it. But I like Drake. I have nothing bad to say.
That's like when Drake started saying tough shit. You remember his name was Aubrey? Nigga, your name is Aubrey. What the fuck, bro? I can't take you being hard seriously.
Why the fuck you love?
His real name
Same
is
thing.
Clarence.
Clarence, he lives with his wife.
Is there a date? Okay, so if you guys were out on a date with a girl, what's an album that's a green flag to you all? Like when a woman buys a certain record, what one would you be like, I need to marry this lady?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I like asking questions.
So I'm gonna tell you some.
We're supposed to be asking you
I
questions.
know. I
I
do this to
joking.
people when they come in.
No, I love it.
So
I don't care. I'm probably gonna tell my age a little bit with this one, but the album right when I graduated high school was Marcus Houston Naked album. That was some vibes to that album.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, I know. Pretty Ricky Blue Stars when I graduated. A lot of action happened to that to that album. I'm not gonna lie. I think Childish Gambino's "Awaken My Love."
yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. Peanut butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid. Yeah, that's my
That's
my
a green
shit.
flag.
Childish Gambino / Donald Glover is just the most amazing person ever. Like anything he does is just golden. Have you seen the TV show Atlanta?
I actually haven't watched it. I want to see
Watch
it.
it.
I've heard very good things
It's
about it.
amazing. It's sophisticated comedy.
Yeah.
It's like a modern day version of Seinfeld
Yeah.
to a degree. If you didn't understand Seinfeld, you weren't really like sophisticated. I think you had to be sophisticated.
Partially true. Yeah, I agree.
Anything by Wale, because I'm a big Wale guy.
Okay.
That's my guy. Just good soulful R&B.
Yeah.
A lot of artists out of London right now are just crushing.
I
the
really
game.
love Salt. Have you listened to them at all? It's SAULT.
SAULT. I don't know if I have.
Oh
or not.
my God. Okay, I'm going to show you Salt and it's going to blow your brain.
We're gonna
I'm
talk
sorry.
later.
It's going to be like one of those things where you're just like,
We're gonna talk later. I'm gonna show you some
okay,
artists.
I'm so
that are
excited.
dope.
We'll
We're gonna talk
exchange.
later.
We'll
We're gonna
exchange.
exchange
We'll
playlists.
exchange
You know,
playlists.
also you gotta mention Katie the singer. You know that album on a playlist. Baby.
Yeah.
I gotta show. You know, we gotta get Katie to sing. You know, watch that guy. You know, yeah, he's got some things going.
What about you?
This guy I know.
If they picked up like a Frank Moody album or I don't know, just some Jill Scott or
Yeah,
some
that's
just like this kind of
incredible. Yeah.
not
Not the
I
usual.
can't think of Jill Scott the same after her video,
I
which is
mean,
performing.
that's why I kind of I was like
You don't talk about Perry coming over there. Ever since then, I can't think of Jill Scott the same.
I don't know. Who else? Alan Stone. If somebody even knew who Alan Stone was, I would be so surprised.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who Alan Stone is.
He does like a soul R&B.
It really is the deep cuts, though, that really get to you when you talk to someone. If they know it,
Yeah.
you're like, you know that? It
Yeah.
makes you feel so much like of a connection.
Yeah, or like
It's like a secret you can both keep together.
or like a Reva DeVito or who I saw her in Frank Moody in concert last month. So that's when he was out and about. He went to the Russ concert. They're happening simultaneously.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was at Rush. I wish
Yeah.
I would have went with y'all. Honestly,
Yeah. I think you would have fun over that with us.
Yeah.
Like it was a pretty fun
Yeah.
atmosphere. It was a really
the person
fun
I was
atmosphere.
with just ruined that concert for me. But
Yeah, Music Soul Child, some stuff that's not as popular.
Yeah.
Music Social, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Yeah.
The first time I ever got stood up was to a Music Social concert.
Really?
He had just dropped that album. It had the song Buddy on it, Teach Me How to Love. Yeah, I was like 19, 20 years old. I had a date, and for some other reason, she ghosted me. Before ghosting was a thing, she...
She did it, though.
I hated to bring up sad memories for you.
Yeah.
My bad.
That album, I love that album. I was so in love with that song,
Yeah.
Buddy. I thought anyways, we're moving forward now. We want to get to know you. Amicably. We're going to move on. So we got this segment of the show. It's called
Slow down. I just wanna get to know you.
Slow Down. We just want to get to know you. This is where we kind of ask you some random questions
All right.
just to see where it goes.
I feel like I'm in the hot seat.
You're in
Let's
a
do
hot
it.
seat right now.
Okay.
You're on it. All right. All right. So again,
Okay.
So I want you to tell the people who you are,
Okay.
what it is that you do,
Yeah.
and where they can find you on social media.
Okay, so my name is Kate Ciamro. I run a record shop in Oak Cliff called Spinster Records. I've been working there for 8 years. It's owned by David Grover, but him and I run it together. Now, it used to be not primarily female ran, but I kind of got in charge of hiring, and now it's a primarily female ran store.
I've seen.
Which is awesome. There's like definitely, it's a blessing and a curse combined, and I love it. Aside from that, I've freelanced writing before for music critic articles as well as event articles. I've worked in PR, I DJ on the side, because it's kind of like if you work at a record shop, it's hard not to DJ because it's just thrown your way constantly, especially with records. I don't do digital DJing, which that might be this next step.
Serato. So you got no Serato?
Maybe not Serato. I usually just beat match with all records. Yeah, so
This is
it's a little difficult, but it's
you
fun.
BPM writer? Are you a BPM writer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
BPM writer.
And yeah, I have some Techniques 1200s. So I always feel when people see those are a blast to
You
the
guys
past.
are at a W or where are you
Oh,
guys
so
at?
we do every Saturday at the Dollfest, and
The
that
Dollfest.
goes from 8 to midnight. I love it for people watching because Dollfest on the weekends is definitely one of those like wedding hotels or people trying to
Yeah.
do a staycation. So I've seen some crazy stuff just doing that DJ gig.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's wild, and they're incredible hosts to do anything with. They have it together. But yeah, I always tell people come out to that because it's free. There's drinks. I mean,
What are the hours for that?
8 to midnight.
8 to midnight?
Unless people pay us more, then we'll stay a little later.
Okay. You said
But-
the Adolphus?
Yes, the Dollfest downtown every Saturday. So we do that every
And that's
Saturday.
open to everybody, or
Yep,
you have to be a resident?
completely free. So
Okay.
yeah, you don't even have to be staying at the hotel. So it's kind of nice to go there because you feel like you're in another dimension. It has that kind of feel. It's so nice too. It is pretty fancy. Like if you want to show off your date somewhere where they feel like a queen, take them to the Dollfest for a night, get some drinks, go people watch, lounge, pretend it's your living room.
Get a room?
So yeah, get a room eventually. Yeah. So
Oh,
I
Why
just-
don't you guys get a room?
yeah, it's pretty incredible. I've seen 3 weddings at once party in the same lounge spot. So
Nice.
it's great. And then that's about it for me. I mean, I also work in PR on the side, and that's always a bit of a trip. But yeah, mainly the record shop.
All right. So, we started the show. We did our affirmations.
Yes.
Are you a believer in the affirmations? Do you have
Ooh.
something you like to say to yourself that gets you going, gets you motivated?
So I like to pick up on energy. I'm definitely not metaphysical in any way. Maybe I am. I don't know. If I'm asking people what their sign is in astrology, that's probably a metaphysical thing.
Yeah.
But I do believe so. So my Instagram, my Instagram username is Kate's Karma, and I have a lot of people come up to me and they're like, "Why'd you choose Karma?" And I chose that in college because I really did believe like you get what you give kind of thing. So if you're like a really crappy person, you're gonna get crap back. Or if you act really pompous, you should expect other people to be pompous to you.
Yeah.
So I am a believer like do good, get good back. And I try to keep that in mind even when I'm a little irritable. I'm like, man, if I'm being an ass, I'm gonna get that back in the world.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important to just like keep a good mindset and a kind heart. It's so important now. I feel like since we got out of the pandemic, people are hypersensitive, and a lot of people have gone through a lot of heavy stuff. So I think it's very important to have like some kindness and just generosity in general. I think just you can feel it off people when they're sincere about it. So yeah, I would say that.
So as we're sitting here and talking to you, I'm looking at your pictures.
I wore the
Flashing.
same dress accidentally, so I.
And it looks like a record album, like the cover of an album.
No, every picture you
It
take
looks like a cover of an album.
Oh,
Like,
thank
If
you.
we put out a vinyl album, that should have been the cover of
Bro,
it right
every
there.
picture is an album cover.
Yeah.
Nowadays on Instagram, you can almost make an album cover out of anything.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that online? Everyone was making album covers.
Yeah,
of
I remember
anything.
that was a trend.
That was
Yeah.
a trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. We're talking about albums.
Yes.
Top 5 vinyls,
Oh
in
God.
your opinion.
Oh my God. It's like if I had 5 children and someone was like, pick a favorite. Okay, so I always tell people my number one would be George Harrison, All Things Must Pass.
Okay.
And that's a pretty spiritual album, and beautiful. Like if someone was like, "You're gonna die today," I'd probably put that on to go out to. I love Curtis Mayfield's Superfly. There's a whole energy behind that. I feel like if you walked into a room and that was playing, you're gonna own the night.
Yeah.
Oof. So there's two. Oh God, this is a hard question. I recently. So I'm always conflicted about Spotify. I have like a love-hate relationship.
I saw that.
Because it doesn't.
I saw that. Yeah.
It doesn't pay the artists as much as they would get with physical copies of music. But at the same time, I've found so many artists I don't think I would have found if it wasn't for it.
Yeah.
But I was looking on it. It said Radiohead, LCD Sound System, and Arcade Fire were my top 3 artists, which I thought was really odd. But I've also had it since high school. And when you're in high school, you will play one song like 100 times in a row.
Over and over.
Oh my gosh, you will like be in your car after a date and you're like, this is how I feel, and just play it over and over again. But out of that, so Radiohead, OK Computer, that would be definitely in the top 5. And then LCD Sound System, This Is Happening, or I think that's the name of that one. Yeah. And then the 5th one, it could be so many. I go in and out of things. We were talking about hip hop and rap earlier, and I really love Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory.
Yes.
It's probably in my top
Yes.
for albums in that genre. But even then, I mean, we just got the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack in, and that thing is incredible.
That's amazing.
And when I re-listened to it, I was like, oh my God, there's like jazz fusion on here,
Cowboy
like
Bebop's-
lo-fi. It's incredible. And it's great because all that happened in the late 90s, early 2000s, lo-fi. But it's like come back again. People are calling it study music. And it's cool to see that pop up
lo-fi
again.
is amazing. I love whenever I'm doing an assignment or something, I'm on a computer for a while, put on some lo-fi music.
Oh, totally. So yeah, I mean, it's all over the place. But those are like 5. If someone was like, that's all you get for the rest of your life, I'd be okay, I think. I'd be upset, but.
Speaking of Cowboy Bebop, it sucks that show got canceled.
Bro,
real fast.
I'm so mad because it was the diehard anime people that were like, this is trash. This and I was like, man, there's a whole genre of people who don't really watch anime like that who appreciate
it's innovative,
It's like I was like that, the music.
It's that cancel culture, baby.
The cancel culture
is
bring back.
It's crazy. Like anime is like a normal thing now. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. When I was in middle school, I remember watching like Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah.
And Inuyasha came out. I was like, this is awesome. And I remember getting bullied for it.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm like meeting teenagers. It's like totally normal. It's not like you're not being bullied for loving
cool.
that anymore.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's accepted.
You're
now it's accepted.
Except
Now
Dragon
you look
Ball
at-
Z kids got away with it. If you were a Dragon Ball Z kid, you got away with not getting bullied.
Now it's like if you don't watch anime, you're kind of weird. You look that weird.
Totally.
And if I can say something real quick, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm looking at this view outside, man. It's just beautiful right now, man.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Downtown
amazing.
Dallas.
100 degrees.
But it's beautiful.
Unfortunately, there's a reflection here, and they won't be able to see it. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you pointed it out because I need to close these blinds because it's
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, one of the things we talk about here on the show a lot, we talk about love languages.
Okay. Love
Do
language.
you know your love language?
Oh, yeah. When people make me food, I'm a loser for food and massages. I'm like, okay, you know how some people are like, there's that weird dude at your work that gives people back massages randomly? I'm totally down with that person, which is probably, it's probably not helping the feminist movement in any way. But if someone's like touching my back, I'm like, oh, yeah, a little deeper right there. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's the spot. Which is like, I don't know what that means about me. I said that I asked my girlfriends that the other day. I was like, I'm not weirded out by that, and they were all like put off. They're like, no, man, don't let anyone touch you. They're gonna think they can do that to anyone. I'm like, damn it, I really like those massages though. So I don't know. I mean, I would say honestly, yeah, I would love language as someone who can like touch you correctly, and then and then food. If someone can make some really good food, I'm a loser for good food.
Bro, I'm dying. You got me. You're hilarious, dude. This is hilarious.
Yeah. So, if there was a movie about you,
God.
movie about Kate, who would you want to star as you in the movie?
Oh, that's a question I've never been asked before. Okay. If it was a comedy, like if it was a comedy, I'd want Emma Stone because she
Yeah.
plays humor really well.
Yes, it does.
And she's good at awkward, like, oh, I'm weird, you know, kind of humor. I think she could do that well. If it was a serious drama, I would want Kirsten Dunst, which
I can
I
see-
don't know.
Oh my God! I literally had just thought that
Yeah.
Yeah.
before you had said
'Cause
Emma
I kn-
Stone. I was like,
That's
I'm
my
looking
vibe.
at you like I can see Kristen Dunst
Thank you.
playing you. I
Yeah.
literally thought that. That's the crazy.
I like
See,
her
we're
a
on the
lot
same
in
wavelength,
movies.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in the same brainwave. But I feel when I see her in movies, I'm like, yeah, I get that. That's relatable. What about you guys? Do you have like your person? for
I'm The
film?
Rock.
That's perfect.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Oh man.
What about you?
I don't know. I've always get random people say I look like certain people. One time someone told me said I look like Meek Mill. I'm like, I don't see that. But someone told me Kevin Hart. I was like, I don't see that either.
I don't see Kevin Hart, but you're funny, so I think people just
Then
immediately
someone told me
assume.
one time 50 Cent I look like. I'm like, I don't see any of those people. I was
50
like,
Cent in
I was
what
like,
year?
all black people don't look the same. All right, calm down.
It's true though. No. It's a real thing. Like people assume immediately an assumption based off what you look like. Because I get any redhead actress, and I'm not even an actual redhead, but I get Florence the Machine a lot. And I'm like, there's no way. I've like put my face up. It actually gave me trauma. Like I was like, do I look like her? No. There's like no similarities.
I tell you who I
Yeah.
think could probably pass as me in a movie. Have you seen the new movie Ambulance?
Oh no, I
And,
haven't. The trailer
The
looks
guy that
so
played
bad.
the guy that played the new
Yeah,
Candyman.
Candyman. Nah.
I think that guy could
He
probably.
also played Mantis in Aquaman.
Oh
I think
really?
I think he could
Yeah.
probably pull off a Ray. I don't know. There's not so many people that can pull this off. You know, it takes a special talent to pull this off. All right. You know.
Yeah.
Florence the Machine.
So, if you could have a superpower, what would you want?
Oh, okay. This changes a lot, but I would really love to get rid of people's hangovers. So I don't want to heal. No, I know this sounds weird because I feel like if you're a healer, people are going to be coming to you and they're going to be like, "Hey, fix my arm," or "I have cancer," or something. It's going to be scary. You're going to be like New Age Jesus. It's just going to be a whole
New
thing.
Age Jesus, I
Like they're going
love
to be
that.
like, "Oh my gosh!" But I feel like if you fixed people's hangovers, you'd be the coolest person ever. And you could literally get paid to do that, so it'd be kind of nice.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard of that superpower, but
You
I
just
like it.
touch
I kinda
people's
dig it.
heads. I used to say read minds, but you don't want to know what people are thinking.
So basically, a healer.
It's like a healer, but
No,
like
no,
only
as
with
a
hangovers.
hangover
Oh,
healer.
hangover healer. I want to touch people's brains, and they're like, I feel good. I don't feel like I drank last night.
Hilarious.
So I think that would be nice.
I dig it.
So,
All right.
yeah,
So, if you could have a wedding song,
a marriage song, like are
marriage,
you talking
like your
first
wedding.
dance?
like first dance or song you want to play at your wedding, what would it have to be?
Strangers by the Kinks. That's like an old school one, though. I mean, yeah, it'd probably be that. I like a lot of oldies. I like Scott Walker a lot. I feel like depending what it is, I mean, if I wanted to make it fun, I'd do Heroes by David Bowie. Like something if I wanted to feel epic in its own way. What would yours be?
I would have to say Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. That's a big one
I
right now.
used to
I
be-
DJ'd an engagement party and they danced to that.
I used to be a big drinker,
Really?
like a really big drinker. I still drink. I mean, I'm not like
I like drinking.
I love drinking, but like, at one point, that's all I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Well,
hard.
it's funny too. Like, we're in Texas, and I feel like when people come here, their first assumption is, "Where's the country music?"
Yeah.
I get that a lot at the record shop. People have just moved here, and they're like, "What's the big country band? What's coming out in country?" And it's kind of hard to hear because, like, for Dallas, I mean, I've met way more like hip hop artists and rappers than anything else in country. And the same goes for indie music. I've met tons of college kids trying to make their weird jazz fusion into indie rock. Like, there's so much more music here than what people assume Dallas to be, you know? And it's kind of a shame because I feel like often it gets summed up as like, you're in Texas, you know?
Yeah. There is one.
So-
I do like country music.
I like it.
I'm
yeah.
not a big fan of the newer modern age of country. I like kind of like the prime era of country, like
So, like Outlaw, like Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash.
I wouldn't say that. Like a couple of them, I would say like George Strait.
Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn.
Really?
Oh yeah.
My favorite George Strait song is called "You Look So Good in Love."
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
basically,
that's
his
nice.
girl left to another guy. And he's like, I can see how good you look in love with that person.
Oh yeah.
Because as a man, we make mistakes in relationships. That hits home.
Yeah.
That's another song. Chris Cagle had a song called "Miss Me Baby,"
Yeah.
and like the basis of the song is like, when you hear our favorite song, I want you to think about me, and like when your dude is touching you, I hope you remember me. Like it's not good enough when he touches you. Like that song was like
That's
very deep for
heavy.
me. That's heavy. It's heavy.
That's really heavy.
It's heavy as hell. That's a good one. Josh Turner, your man.
Yeah.
Maybe lock them doors and turn them. I'm telling you, that's a jam.
It hits people. I feel like people need that. Like it's interesting. Lately, like I have a lot of people come in with the fear of the economy, house market.
Yeah.
We're seeing things similar to 2007, the economy crashing. And I keep getting this like weird memory in my head when I was getting my hair cut by my friend Michael Brunner.
Shout out, Michael.
Yeah, shout out Michael Brunner. I'm going to make him listen to this now. I'll be like, your
Better.
name's in there somewhere.
And subscribe.
I remember him cutting my hair, and I was like, so how'd you get into this? Because he's a quirky dude. He skateboarded. He's talking about movie props. And he's like, well, the recession hit, and I was looking up the most successful jobs during a recession, and it was hair. He's like, when you're a hairstylist, when things are bad politically, economically, the first things people go to is getting a haircut. It's so weird. If you lose your job, if you go through a breakup, first thing you're going to do is change something about your appearance.
Yeah.
It's just how we function as humans. And I feel the same with music and drinking. And there's certain things that help us cope. So I feel like it's kind of a bittersweet thing to work in music because like you really are a coping mechanism for other people. Because I know it is for me. Yeah. When a song comes out that can like really bring it out of me in a way that I can't do in front of other people, it really hits me heavy. It's like, wow, I needed that. It's not someone telling me what to do. It's just someone that can listen back and explain the feelings I'm having. So I really love it. Country music does it really well too.
Yeah.
Country music is like my dog died, my wife left me, I have no home. So, but
Oh my God.
yeah.
Have you guys had a lot of people asking for a Kate Bush?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, I'm good with. I've always liked Kate Bush, so I'm like kind of all giddy because I'm like, I'll give you all the Kate Bush.
Yeah.
And I always joke around that I'm Kate Bush because my name's Kate and I own
Yeah.
a lot of plants at home.
Hey,
But-
she's trending hard right now.
She's being
Like-
loved up on, and I love it because she's a hyper introvert who doesn't give her music out often.
Yeah, the only reason why that song is popular now, and she approved of it, because she actually liked Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Yeah, she actually enjoyed Stranger Things. That's the
I
only
wonder if
reason
she
why-
regrets it sometimes. I wonder if she's like, oh my God, these people are like playing this song with
And
every
I'm
little
pretty-
thing. But those royalties seem pretty nice.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Have y'all seen the Stranger Things store? Out in
No, I
Grapevine?
want to go to it though. I
Yeah,
love the
look
show.
at
I
that.
watched it. Did you guys watch it?
I have not, but
Okay.
I've seen a little bit, but
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
I heard
like
it's good.
it. I like the 80s coming back, like in film, like the style of the 80s. I like that people are like doing it more, you know?
It's like the Weeknd's album. It was like that
Super
80s.
80s.
Super 80s feel to it, yeah.
Everything coming out now, I think everything repeats itself, but like, yeah, the Weeknd, even like the whole casino-y, like neon lights and yeah.
I'm sorry,
music videos.
that didn't do it for me. I liked Old Weeknd.
You like old Weeknd.
Like House of Balloons.
Okay,
and
Thursday
Trilogy
and yeah.
all that. Like that weekend was amazing.
Did you like when he was at the Super Bowl? Did you
No.
thought he did a good job? What's your favorite Super Bowl performance? I'm always intrigued by people.
Janet Jackson. I'm joking.
Janet Jackson was pretty good. I remember
No.
I remember watching that live with
missed
my
it.
family.
I want to say
Yeah.
it's two for me, 2 or 3 for me. Michael Jackson,
Michael Jackson's a good one.
Prince. Like he did Purple Rain and it rained.
Prince is my number one.
Prince, like it's like that one, Michael. Because I remember as a kid, watching Michael Jackson doing that halftime show. I remember as a
Yeah.
kid. I want to say the Cowboys won that year. Was it the year the Cowboys played, or was it the year?
1994 5 was when the Cowboys. I don't know.
I think that was your. Yeah, Cowboys played that year.
Yeah.
So that was always stuck out to me. Michael Jackson performed, and my squad won the Super Bowl that year. That was a good. So Michael Jackson, Prince, Justin Timberlake was okay. It was okay.
It's all right.
It wasn't bad. This past year, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
With, Dr. Dre, I thought that was a really good one.
That was pretty cool.
That
I
was
thought
pretty cool one.
it kind of it was all about Dre, which I thought was kind of cool. It was
Yeah.
going through everything he's produced and
Yeah.
put out.
I thought that was a great one.
I did something kind of messed up. I looked up Kendrick Lamar's height. Like that was like my I was like watching. I don't know what it was. I swear. I have a theory. I have a theory. They hired taller men to go around him to be his dancers. Because I had this moment where I was like, he's not that short of a guy. He's like 5'7", I think, which I don't consider short because I'm 5'3", so everyone over 5'4" is tall to me. But all the guys he had dancing around him were like, I was like, wow, like how tall is Kendrick Lamar? And I was like looking it up. But I thought it was kind of cool. They had like 50 Cent upside down.
Speaking of short people, Bruno Mars, his little part at the Super Bowl was
I like
great.
that.
Was that the one where they had Left Shark?
No, that was Katy
that's
Perry.
Katy
That's
Perry.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
It
That
was
a
like
big
Bruno
thing.
Mars, and it was also Beyonce that year.
Yeah.
And some, I forgot who else was there. I did it.
I don't remember.
Can't remember, but yeah. Those are some of my favorite ones.
I liked Lady Gaga's performance.
I like that
Well,
she
did
dropped
it.
in
She-
too.
yeah,
She like did
she
that.
dropped
bungee
in from
jump
the
thing.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was. I was like, what?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she dropped up from the ceiling.
Yeah,
What
she
year
like
was that?
bungee jumped
Yeah.
into the stadium.
Mm-hmm. Probably. I can't remember.
Because I remember
Not
one
too.
year.
It's like in the last like 5 years.
Because I remember J-Lo and
Shakira, that was the one before
Oh
the
yeah, I
last.
like
That
that,
was a
one.
good.
That was
Yeah,
good.
it was definitely a good one.
It's crazy how it like.
Mm-hmm.
I have this theory. People come in the record shop and they're like, "I'm looking for this album," and then they'll pause and they're like, "Oh my god, I lost it." And it happens a lot, and it always hits them when they're walking away.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when they're leaving the shop, they'll come back in. They're like, "It's this."
Yeah.
And it's always like that last minute.
That's why you
like-
gotta make notes in your phone. Like when something comes in your mind, like I write it down.
Oh, I write it
because I
constantly.
know I'm gonna forget something.
Actually, like with those TikTok videos about like boyfriends on dates,
Yeah.
like what record they pick, it's all throughout the day. Like I leave it as a note in my phone. I'll like have someone buy something. I'm like, oh, he seems like that kind of guy. And then I'm like, shit, I need to write that down. And then I've been writing little notes here and there every time something hits me. Or I'll see a commercial and I'm like, that song, yeah, that has a certain energy to it. So yeah, maybe it's judgmental.
Yeah. You know, so before we wrap up, I just one thing I have to say,
Yeah.
and about music, is no matter how you're feeling, there is a song for how you're feeling
Yes.
in that particular moment, and I think that's the most powerful thing about music. How it can either make you happy, make you sad. You know, that's the cool thing, that something like that can just trigger how you're feeling. I think that's like a really great thing.
Yeah.
Really great thing. Yeah, that guy kind of got deep and awkward for a second, but
No.
he just got quiet. I'm like, okay, all right.
No, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We gotta have you back for sure.
Yeah.
Open invitation to Ray Ray's podcast.
Yeah, actually, please come by the shop and pick out
Oh,
like a
I
few
will.
records to showcase.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure. I will.
'Cause it's
Most
like-
definitely.
It's interesting, like to see who comes in and what they pick. It's always like really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I told you my picks of albums I'm looking for. I need to
Yeah.
add that will make my collection just amazing. Like I'm just looking for, but that's what we discussed or whatever. But
Yeah.
again, like, what do you want people to take away from this podcast today?
Oh my gosh. I mean, definitely buy records. It's super important. It helps with the artists. That's a huge like thing of it. Aside from that, though, I mean, it's okay to like find music that helps you deal with your stuff. I find it really therapeutic. Like I will, when I get home, I have to finish the song in the car when I drive up. I don't like cut it off
No, no.
short
Yeah,
if
you gotta
it's
hear the whole
hitting
thing.
me
Yeah,
a certain
yeah,
way. And I think it's really important to have that way to get out of your mind. Like, I think everybody needs to find that song that really helps them cope through things.
Yeah.
So I actually think psychologically, I think it's very important, especially with everything in the world right now. It's no better time to listen to music that really captures how you feel. Other than that, I mean, come by Spinster, get a turntable. I'm on TikTok at Kate Siamro, KTESIAMRO, posting my judgmental opinions of what people date on dates by. And then, yeah, just keep it light and breezy. And welcome to Dallas if you just moved here and listen to this podcast, because it'll show you people around Dallas. So
Speaking of moving to Dallas,
Yes.
make sure you know how to drive. You cannot drive. Get off the roads.
So moving to Dallas, don't.
Don't go in the left lane. The very far left lane is not allowed to you unless you've lived in Dallas for at least 10 years.
Man, Rock, what you got for us?
No, once again, I do appreciate you stopping by. It was amazing.
Yeah, thanks for having
glad
me.
this was able to happen. We've been talking about it for a while, so
Yeah.
definitely got to stop by Spinster's whenever we got some time. I know we all got pretty busy schedules, but we'll come out there
We'll
soon.
make it work.
We'll make it
We'll
work.
find
We'll
a
make it
way. We're in the neighborhood.
Yep,
So-
yeah, not too far. I don't live too far from you, so.
But again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
yeah.
so much for coming in. I really enjoyed this. It's been so fun.
Yeah.
Shout out Perry on, our photographer, p.mans_ on Instagram. Follow Ray Ray's podcast Ray Ray's podcast on Instagram, RayRacePodcast.com. RayRacePodcast.com, sorry, YouTube. Please subscribe. We need those subscribers, man. That means a lot to us. We put a lot of effort into these videos, and please just go watch these videos.
Yeah.
Go on Spotify, you can watch the video, or go to YouTube and watch the video, or our website that will be available to you. All right, Rock, anything for you, man?
No, sir.
Thank you very
Do it for you?
much.
That'll do it for me.
I do it for you. Go Mavs. Thank you for signing trading for Christian Wood. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. We have a center. Thank you. But before we leave, I'll leave you with some positive words. Again, before you end the show. So boss up to yourself, get your swag on, look in the mirror, get your check, rub your hands like Birdman and say, I will boss up financially. I will boss up physically. I will boss up spiritually. I will boss up mentally. Invest in yourself. It's your boy Ray.
And Ray.
With
Kate.
And this is Ray Ray's podcast, 9th Floor Hello Studios. We're out of here.
Hey. Bye.
Get money all day, get money all Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink, ho, let's get right. Getting paid.